Today we're cooking my new favourite way to roast a chicken. Hi, welcome along to Barbecue Life. My name's Tom and this is where great barbecue doesn't cost a fortune. And as I said at the beginning, today I'm going to show you my new way that I like to cook a whole chicken, and we break it down, joint it down. I'm going to show you how to joint the chicken in this video, and then why it's important that we do that so that you get a better end product at the end. So we're going to start off with a whole chicken, and as I said, we need to joint this down. So first of all, we want to remove the legs. So we're just going to score round where you can see where the joint where that leg meets the thigh. And once you've started to remove that flesh from around there, you can find where the joint sits. So it's like a ball on a socket, and you can bend that so that you can literally see where that joint is, and you can cut straight through, so you're not cutting through any bone whatsoever, just cutting straight through that joint, and it's nice and easy. Show you again on the second leg. So again, we just score round and then pop that joint, and you can slice straight through, and that gives us our two chicken legs. Next up is the thighs. So this is the same situation. We're just going to score round so that we can take that meaty portion away from where the breasts are. And once you've got that cut round, you can find that joint again, pop it out, you can see it there, and we chop straight through. Same on the other side, just exactly the same method as before. Now we're going to move on to our wings. So these are even easier than the legs and the thighs. So again, we're going to score round, find where that little ball joint is, pop that out, and then you can cut straight through there. Repeat that again with the other wing, and now we've just got what is basically the crown of a bird, still with the spine attached underneath. So we want to take that spine, the bottom half of the chicken, off. Now a lot of people would throw this piece away because they don't think there's a lot of meat on there. The best piece of the chicken is on the very bottom. It's called the oysters, and it's just in front of where the thigh would be, and they're very small, but they're incredibly succulent. So you make sure you don't want to be throwing this away. You're just going to cut that away from the top of the breasts, so that our breasts are now a proper crown. And I'm going to split these into half as well, so that we've got the breasts either side. So we just want to turn that upside down, cut straight through that piece of cartilage up the middle. You can see the line, cut straight through that, and that's going to give us our two separate breasts. So I've laid that out on the chopping board, and as you can see, you've got all of the separate pieces on there. So I like to break this down like this, because then we can put different flavours onto different parts of the chicken. So my son and my youngest daughter, they both like a really savoury chicken, not too much barbecue notes. So we use a chuk on there, which is a fantastic seasoning from the Rusty Barbecue Company. Get that on there. On the thighs, which are my favourites, I'm going on with herby garlic butter, which is absolutely fantastic. And on the legs and the wings, I'm going on with chuk. All three of these are from the Rusty Barbecue Company. I've been affiliated with these for a very, very long time, since the very beginnings of the channel. There is a 10% discount code of Barbecue Life UK 10. Put that in the discounts box at checkout, and you can save yourself 10% off of any purchase from the Rusty Barbecue Company website. So back to this chicken. So we've got all these flavours on there. We need to get this into the fridge, and we're going to leave that in there for about an hour while our Kamado is coming up to temperature, and we're dialing in our temperatures on there. So we've moved that off, got that into the fridge. We want to be going in with some Texas Club in the bottom of the Kamado Bono, and this is my go-to charcoal. It's from Kamado Kings. There's a link in the description below for that as well, and it is an affiliate link, so it will help fund the channel back at no extra cost to yourself. So if you are looking for some charcoal, then make sure you do look at the Texas Club charcoal from Kamado Kings. So we've got that in, and we need to get that lit. So we're just going in with some little wax woodies. Get these lit, 2 of these, bottom vent fully open, lid open, while these woodies are burning away, and that's going to make the charcoal take. Once they've gone out, we can shut our lid, and we hinge that daisy wheel completely open at the top. This gives us maximum airflow through the Kamado, and it's going to let the rest of that charcoal take. So it just forms a nice like wind tunnel right the way through. The air can rush in and rush out the top and really light our charcoal. Once the Kamado itself starts to feel slightly warm to the touch, this is when we need to start dialing our vents in to our desired temperature. We're aiming for about 200 degrees C today. That's about a finger and a half in the bottom vent, and the top vent is set to 2, and that is going to give us about 200 degrees C. If you just under or just over, it's not going to be a massive amount of difference, but 200 degrees is your ballpark. So when we're setting this up today, we were setting this up for 2-zone cooking. So I've used one of the half moon deflectors over one side, and I've left the other side completely free with the charcoal underneath it, with a full bed of charcoal all the way around the bottom. So this is going to give us a complete indirect zone for where we can put our chicken to begin with, and a direct zone towards the end where we can start to get a bit of colour on there. So we're going to put all our chicken on over that deflector plate to begin with. Get that on. As you can see, we've got nothing hanging over so that it can receive that direct heat straight away. And we just want to shut that lid down and keep everything, all the lid shut for about 35 minutes. After that 35 minutes, we can go in, we can start to check temperatures. So if we're hitting sort of 55 degrees C, anywhere around there, then we can move over to the direct side, and we're going to start to get a bit more colour onto this chicken. So about every 5 minutes we want to be flipping it. We've got everything over there, we're moving it around, we've got hotter spots and cooler spots. You just need to keep everything moving and flipping every 5 minutes, just while it comes up to temperature. We need a minimum temperature of 74 degrees for chicken, but with the legs and the thighs, I like to take these a lot further than that, up towards 84, even up towards 90. And it does mean that it breaks that meat down a bit more, it pulls off the bone a bit more. I feel that if you take the dark meat only to 74, it's a bit more stringy, so I like it to pull off the bones a lot better. But with that breast meat, I tend to take that just up to the 74, which is safe for chicken, and this is going to give you a nice juicy breast without overcooking anything. So as I say, every 5 minutes we're flipping that. If things start to get too warm, we can move them over to that indirect side again, just to stay warm while we finish stuff off. The breast does tend to take longer to hit the 74, and then the rest of the chicken is sitting around 85 to 90 by the time that breast gets up to the 74 degrees C. So the next most important part when we take this chicken off, once it's hit that safe temperature, is to just stick it on a plate, and we need to let it rest for at least 10 minutes. This lets everything mellow out, it lets the juices redistribute all around that chicken, and it gives you a much more moist bite end result than if you was to cut it straight away. If you cut it straight away, then all of them juices are just going to run straight out of the meat. So we just need to let it sit and chill out for a little while. So we've got no taste test today, because fundamentally this is just a chicken and we have all eaten chicken before. The flavours that I've used on there are what worked for me, but you can use any flavours you like. Do remember that discount code for the Rusty Barbecue Company of Barbecue Life UK 10 to receive 10% off. And if you like what we're doing here at Barbecue Life, then please do subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you like the video, leave me a comment underneath and let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers.